Hello, this is SomRa Onai, channel for Orchestron, the Sound Angel Collective.
And this is Jaraan Onai, channel for the ET Ascended Masters and Angels, including Clarion.
And we want to take a moment to tell you about an opportunity to experience something amazing. An angel channeling event called Chaos to Calm. Feel real peace regardless of personal and global upheaval. Orchestron, the Sound Angel Collective, will be doing a brief attunement.
And then Clarion will be offering valuable insights and facilitation. This is sure to be a transformational experience you don't want to miss. One of the beautiful things about working with the ET Masters and Angels, and certainly with the Angelic Collective Clarion, is that they're bringing their presence, their love, their compassion to the circle and to each and every one who's participating in this event, whether it's live or in the recording. Not only do you get information that's useful, but you get facilitated transformation in the process. And that's so important these days, because I know a lot of us have a lot on our mind, we have a lot on our plates, and it can be really hard to tap in the way we need to. But in an environment like this, you don't have to tap in. You just have to relax and allow. Set your intentions and welcome transformation. And let the angels do their work, because they know stuff that we don't, and they can address issues that you may not even realize you have and bring you to a higher level of love, peace, and joy. Here's a taste of what to expect in Clarion's own words. And this is only a small part of what you'll experience at this group. Things that are sure to inspire and empower you, not only in this dimension, but beyond.
One of the things to understand is that, when you're looking out into the world or looking at the media that's informing you of the world, it can be very easy to get pulled off center and to feel out of control and subject to all sorts of external forces that are not only not pleasant, but not benevolent. It can seem that way. And if that's where your attention is, then you can't help but get triggered by that or activated, get emotional upheaval, get stirred up because of that. And that's not necessarily a bad thing, but it's also not a pleasant thing, nor is it you at your most empowered. But it can be. It can be. You can use any of these opportunities to deepen your conscious connection with Source, which is the whole point of the exercise. Here in this world, many people talk about you come up spiritually learning. It's like, well, I'm here to learn lessons. And while that may be true, the lessons you're here to learn are not like you would learn in school as such. It's not about memorizing chapter 1 and being able to take a test on it. It's about learning how to navigate what life presents to you in a way that is empowering, that is uplifting, that is inspiring in some way. It's learning how to embrace what life gives you. As they say, if life gives you lemons, make lemonade. And it's learning how to make like the most ultimate delicious lemonade ever to exist. And that's really what this whole process is about. What we want to share with you are ways to consciously move from, not as a haphazard or something that happens to me kind of thing, but as I'm making a conscious decision to move from a 3D reference point to a 5D reference point. And what's important to understand about that is that all of those things are valuable just for navigating life in 3D, right? You're here in a polarity-based version of reality, and challenges abound. There's no shortage of challenges. And so learning how to respond to these from a 5D reference point not only allows you precisely what you need to develop to resolve these so-called issues in your life and to rise above them, but it's actually teaching you how to navigate consciousness in a 5D realm, something you'll absolutely need to know. It's like right now, it's like people talk about how, I would love to be in 5D and all that kind of stuff. Well, that's like asking a toddler to fly a fighter jet. Okay? This is a very sophisticated piece of equipment, and the way it works is very different from your tricycle, I promise. Okay? And so there are a lot of people who think, like, well, I've mastered the tricycle, so I'm ready for the space shuttle. No, you're not, because it requires a very different kind of thinking. Not just thinking different thoughts, but a very different kind of thinking. And our intention is to provide you with that different kind of thinking, examples of that, so that you don't have to guess anymore, so that you don't have to wonder if I'm doing it right, so that you don't have to wonder, it's like, well, I did something before and it seemed to kind of resolve things, but now I'm back in it and I'm struggling more than ever and I'm more upset than ever. You don't have to go through all of that, okay? Because when you approach it from that central core of your being, then you're going to have a different experience, and not just an immediate different experience, but a long-term different experience. And that's another thing that's important to understand about this whole process and everything that we teach. It's just not about the immediate concern. It's about the long-term evolutionary prospects that you have as a soul, okay? So you may be thinking about learning lessons relative to this life. Well, we're going to be teaching you things, teaching you wisdom that's not only relevant to this life, but relevant to forever hereafter. And you can't get a better deal than that, right? It's like I fix it once and I have to fix it again and fix it again and fix it again. Well, that's 3D. And that's what keeps people running around in circles and keep people frustrated and keep people struggling and keep people busy going nowhere. Well, this time for that to end. That way of doing things is over, because the planet is moving into a higher level of consciousness, and for that to be a graceful transition for human beings on this planet, they need to understand how 5D consciousness really works. You can't just think about it and talk about it. You have to actively participate in the process. It's not something that's happening to you. It's something that's happening with you. And so what we'll share with you makes it much, much easier to harmonize with higher consciousness.
Thank you, Clarion. And thank you, folks, for listening. Click the link below for details and registration.
This has been a presentation of New Earth One Network, your home for New Earth living. Access information, education, and videos on living from the heart in Unity Consciousness. Visit newearth1.com.